From a goalkeeper insulted for his skin color to a player celebrating a goal with a Nazi salute, soccer has seen some dark moments marked by racism.
What?
Let's explore the incidents that have not only shocked, but also sparked debate about racism in sport. Mario Balotelli.
It's me, Mario!
A character who leaves no one indifferent on the pitch. But that day in Verona, the match took a turn we'd all have preferred to avoid. Imagine, you're there doing what you love, and suddenly monkey sounds start raining down from the stands. Not easy, is it? That's exactly what happened to Balotelli during the match between Brescia and Verona. Soccer is all about passion and joy, but on this day it was more about sadness and indignation. To see Mario, a player full of character, reduced to tears, that's really something. And it reminds us that racism has no place in sport or anywhere else. The repercussions? A renewed debate on racism in soccer, and let's hope stricter measures to ensure this kind of scene is never repeated. Because frankly, seeing a match turn into a scene like this is a bit of a football turnoff, isn't it? Another crazy situation. We're in the middle of a match, tension running high, when suddenly a fan decides to throw a banana at Dani Alves. Yes, you heard me right, a banana. But instead of getting angry or ignoring him, Alves picks it up, peels it, and eats it. Just like that, in the middle of the match. This moment, which went viral, not only showed Alves' incredible composure, but also launched a worldwide movement.
Yeah, boy.
People started posting photos of themselves eating bananas with the hashtag #WeAreAllDani Alves, openly criticizing racism in sport. This incident, far from being just an anecdote, highlighted the problems of racism in soccer and prompted deeper reflection on how these situations are handled. Sometimes it's not the fans who go berserk, but the players themselves. Yorgos Kadidis, a player previously known for his talents on the pitch, decided one day to celebrate his goal in a, shall we say, rather controversial way. Yes, you saw it right. A Nazi salute in the middle of a match. It happened in Greece in 2013. The guy scores, runs towards the crowd, and bam, he pulls out this gesture that will leave more than one spectator speechless.
Okay.
The reaction was immediate. Banned for life from international football. As for Katidis, he swears he didn't know what the gesture meant. Come on, we're willing to believe in innocence, but that's a bit of a stretch. A moment to remember, but not for the right reasons. We're just after the Japan versus Iraq match, and social networks are going crazy. But not for the right reasons, unfortunately. Japanese goalkeeper Zion Suzuki found himself under a wave of really uncool comments because of his skin color. The poor guy even had to deactivate the comments on his accounts to take a breather. How crazy is that? In the 21st century, and we're still seeing stuff like this, it just goes to show that football, as unifying as it is not immune to social problems. And Zion, instead of showcasing his legendary saves, has to deal with this kind of bullshit. Frankly, hats off to him. But it's a reminder that there's still work to be done if sport is to remain a real place for sharing and respect. Now we're plunging into a rather gloomy part of Euro 2020, and frankly, it's heartbreaking. Just imagine we're in the final, England against Italy, and it all comes down to penalties. The pressure is enormous, and unfortunately, Rashford and Saka missed their shots. It happens, that's football. But what follows is simply unacceptable. Torrents of racist comments are pouring in on social networks against these two players. It's 2021, and seeing this kind of reaction really makes you think about where we are with racism in sport. But there's a but. The community reaction has been incredible. Waves of support for Rashford and Saka from all over, showing that for many, football remains a story of passion, respect, and unity. The event sparked important discussions about racism in sport and how to fight it. And if there was one positive thing to come out of it, it was the incredible solidarity that ensued. A bad moment that will hopefully lead to good changes. Vinicius Jr., the Real Madrid phenomenon. But sometimes football isn't all show and applause. Take, for example, the two games against Valencia and Atletico de Madrid, where poor Vinicius not only had to dodge defenders, but also racist insults. And not just one or two, no, but a steady stream, which shook the world of Spanish football to its core. These incidents were widely covered by the media, sending shockwaves and raising collective awareness. And it's not just Vinicius who feels targeted, but an entire community. After the game against Atletico, you might remember, the league had to intervene, and even the police got involved to investigate. The reactions, they came from all sides. Players, fans, and even the media were all up in arms about it. And Vinicius, in the midst of all this, he responded with goals and dribbles that sent defenders back to the youth league. A real middle finger raised at hatred, showing that nothing, absolutely nothing, can extinguish his brilliance on the pitch. On the other side, we have Tyson, the Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder. The atmosphere was already electric. But when the racist insults started raining down from the stands, the guy lost his cool. Imagine, you're playing, you're focused, and bam, hateful words fall on you. Tyson, he didn't let that go. Not only does he respond with a middle finger, but he also sends the ball straight into the stands as if to say, "Enough is enough!" It was a powerful gesture that spoke volumes about how fed up he was. After this incident, chaos ensued. The match was interrupted, sanctions were discussed, and Tyson himself was supported, but also criticized for his reaction. It became a real topic of debate, you know, the kind where we remake the world over a beer. Red card against intolerance, that's the message he wanted to get across, and frankly, who can blame him? So yes, we love talking tactics and transfers, but sometimes football is also about those moments that remind us that behind the players, there are human beings. On another occasion, just after a match, Ivan Toney received a racist message on Instagram. Rather than let it go, he decided to make it public. And boom, it makes waves. The police gets involved, and following an investigation, the author of the message is handed a 3-year stadium ban. It's not every day you see such a swift, concrete reaction to a problem that, unfortunately, is still all too prevalent in football. And the best part? The overwhelming support Toney has received from fans and players alike. Proof that sometimes, bringing things to light can really lead to change. Hats off to you, Toney. Back to Euro 2020 qualifiers, a time when football should be celebrating sport and unity, but this time it went wrong. During the match between Bulgaria and England, some Bulgarian fans decided it was the perfect time to show their worst side, making Nazi signs and monkey noises. Not only was it shocking, it also forced the game to be stopped twice. And do you know what? It triggered a wave of condemnation around the world. Another day when football lost a little of its magic. It was during a game between Liverpool and Manchester United, one of those duels that thrills the stands. But before the game had even started, the atmosphere was already electric for a completely different reason. It was February 11th, 2012, and everyone was waiting to see if Luis Suarez and Patrice Evra would bury the hatchet. As a reminder, Suarez had been suspended for 8 matches for racist remarks made to Evra during a previous game, and now, a moment of tension, Suarez outright snubbed Evra's handshake. Imagine the look on the fans' faces, the stadium in an uproar, and the commentators in disbelief. This gesture not only added fuel to the fire between the two teams, but also rekindled the debate on racism in football. And Evra?
A few moments later,
he responded in the best possible way, celebrating United's victory with a big smile. Sometimes that's what football is all about, moments that remind us that respect must always be part of the game. In 2021, AC Milan goalkeeper Mike Maignan started hearing monkey cries from the stands. Honestly, in 2021, who does that still? Maignan's team, not one to give up, decided to leave the pitch. And then, bam, a chain reaction. Stadium officials identify the culprits, and guess what? These 4 fans find themselves banned from the stadium. Just like that, poof, goodbye. And that's not all. This incident has sparked a major debate about automatic sanctions for racist acts in football. We're talking about a moment that could well change the rules of the game. It's not every day you see an entire team come up with such a powerful act. Hats off to you guys. Sometimes it's the commentators who go off the rails. Imagine being quietly watching a game and then, bang, a commentator makes a completely inappropriate comment about Chelsea legend Marcel Desailly. The guy thought his mic was off, but no, everyone heard. And bam, the same day he gets fired. As a result, over £1 million in contracts gone. Bye-bye the golden retirement. And rightly so, because this is the kind of moment when you think, seriously dude, what year is this? It's sad to see that even in sport, which is supposed to bring us together, we still find these kinds of slip-ups. But hey, at least the TV station was quick to react, and that shows we're not going to let it slide anymore. The latest example of a heavy sentence. In 2021, West Brom fan Simon Silwood finds himself behind bars. Well, for hurling racist insults on Facebook at Romain Sawyers, a player from his own club. Yes, that's right, from his own club. This event shows just how bad things can get when the passion for football crosses the line into disrespect. 8 weeks in prison for Silwood and a strong message sent to all fans: racism has no place in football. And frankly, seeing a fan jailed for it makes you think, doesn't it? All these incidents show that racism remains a deep-rooted problem in football. Your opinion matters. What measures do you think soccer organizations should take to eradicate racism? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments.